How's everybody doing? Welcome to the MLC. That stands for the Mr. Limber channel. This is your host and your brother, Mr. Limber. Now it's time for the men to talk. You guys already know the routine. Kick your feet up, get something cold to drink. We're about to do this. Today's topic, you're going to learn the only two reasons why a woman sticks with you. A woman sticks with you for only two reasons. We talk about this like it is the biggest mystery in the world. We break it down on many levels. We talk about women being incapable of loving men. Some brothers say maybe it's not as much as men can love women. Other brothers doubt whether or not a woman has a soul. And people have talked about this subject plenty, but I have yet to see videos, and I'm not saying they don't have any out there, but I am yet to see any videos where brothers give the two reasons that makes women seem to be loyal. Now, I don't believe women are loyal. What am I saying? I'm not saying women will cheat on you. I am not saying women will betray you. I am not saying women are evil. I am saying it is her nature. Women stick with you for these two reasons. Number one, she knows that you have other options. It sounds backwards, I know. You would be thinking, if she thinks there's a chance you can leave her because you have other options, why would she want to stay with you? I never accuse women of being the most logical creatures on the planet. Never have I done such a thing. A woman will stick with you because she knows you have other options. If she thinks you will upgrade to someone better than her, or you can leave her for someone else, normally it makes her feel like crap. Women are emotional creatures. Women don't enjoy feeling like crap, especially if she's the one getting dumped. It puts her in a losing situation. If brothers know anything about women, is that women do not know how to take the L. They don't know it, they don't understand it, they don't like it, and they do not take it very well. Don't believe me? Try breaking up with a chick in a closed environment like a home. It can be dangerous. It's usually best to dump her somewhere in public where you can ditch her there and get away from her. Or you could do the old text message or call if you were in a relationship, that is. So yes, women can't take the L. Women don't like to take the L. So women will stick with you because they know you have other options. Number two, women will stick in a relationship with you because they know they have no other options. Now, not having any better options than you also falls in the same category as her not having any other options. This video that I'm making today will be one of the many building blocks that I have been giving you guys to when I start talking about women in foreign countries. Now, why is this important? Because many brothers screw up when going to foreign countries. They pick women wrong because, like I said before in my video when I talked about the AMS, in positive light, but I gave my opinion because one of my followers asked me a question regarding him. I talked about the differences in game. Certain games that we use here in the States don't work elsewhere. Because in the States, we are dealing mainly with uncontrollable whores. Mainly, I didn't say all, but a ridiculous amount. If I had to give a percentage, I would say 98%. So our game is mainly to get laid. Nobody is really spitting game to get married, to build a family, or to do anything spiritual with a woman in a relationship. Meaning something that God may agree with if you are a man of faith. So there is a difference in the game. So it is important that men understand, even if you're bringing a foreign woman over, a woman from a different country over, if that is your plan, because every brother is on a different level. Every brother desires something different. right? You need to understand the two main reasons, and really the only two reasons, I believe, why a woman would seem, let's put emphasis on the word seem, to be loyal to you. It is the appearance of loyalty. Yes, I said the appearance, because it is not loyalty. Brothers, understand what I'm saying. In order for you to be like me, in the sense where you do not hate women, in the sense where you do not even have a rage towards women, is to properly understand the female nature. All right? And this is why I said seem and appear to be. So you may ask me, why is it, if you believe that a woman is incapable of being loyal to a man, truly loyal, would a man even want to mess with her? Well, because it is the order of nature. I don't want to become the feminist movement in my red pill movement. I do not want to be like the feminists. What did the feminists do? They went against nature. Therefore, they will lose that battle. I'm not going to sit here and tell brothers don't hook up with a chick and be complete monks. Why? Because it's contradictory to nature. I'm not going to sit here and tell brothers never settle down with a chick. Because brothers will most likely do it, because that is what humans do. It's in their primal, animalistic nature. Now, some may choose to do otherwise, but many of our red pill brothers who listen have different desires. Some brothers will have children. Of course, it's easier for brothers who already have kids to say no kids whatsoever. But these brothers have seeds on the planet already. One purpose of an alpha is to reproduce himself, is to impregnate the females. Yes, I said it with an S. But with the red pill knowledge, we're not stupid. We understand the consequences, we understand the risk, and we understand if we are going to do it, let's just be wise about it. Some brothers are just going with the surrogate idea. Some brothers are doing it with a woman from a foreign country, leaving her there and just bringing the kid over. But what is that? That is actually proof that men literally want to have their seeds, because alphas naturally impregnate women and replicate themselves. That is why when I teach with understanding and balance. Because if I teach from my experience only, I am misleading brothers. A brother who have kids who's teaching may tell you no kids. But it is easier for that brother to say because that brother already have kids. But for a brother who wants his genetics out here, it's a different story. So the best thing to do is to teach him to be wise. And that is why I have these building block videos until I give you guys the longer 30+ minute heavy hitters. Now, the second reason, as I said, is because a woman, if she knows she has no better option, meaning no other option but you, she will stick with you. And those are the only two things. And if you understand female nature, you will not have a problem. Now, some may say, Mr. Limber, my brother, does that not sound selfish to you? Aren't these whores just plainly ridiculous? I will say no. Don't get me wrong. I have a moment when I'm a little furious with what the women do. I'm red pill as heck. Believe me. A woman just told me recently that I'm cold and heartless. Now, I remember my brother, BOA, Book of Alpharonomy. Check the brother out if you don't follow him and subscribe to his channel. He has some good content. He said a woman said the same thing to him. It's funny because a woman just said the same thing to me. Do not believe I'm purple pill, blue pill, mildly red pill, or I'm red pill. That's who I am. But I will always clarify why I say what I say, especially if it is a balanced point of view, if it's not a point of view that you normally hear in the manosphere. I don't believe that the women are just being selfish. You have to understand female nature. I believe the female is a better survivalist than the male. I believe the human female is better at adapting to survive than human males. Now, am I saying if civilization disappeared that women would be more formidable and more likely to survive than men? Absolutely not. Now allow me to clarify. The reason why women are better at adapting to survive than men is exactly because they are more vulnerable than males and men. All right? They are more vulnerable. If you are weaker, you will do any shady type of ish in order to secure your survival. If you are a weakling and you believe this super strong person over here can protect you, you will befriend them. Are you actually their friend? No. You want protection. The minute you no longer need their protection, you start seeing every single flaw with this muscular meathead idiot. It is just evolution. It is simply the core of the female nature. Since women are hardwired like most animals, including human males, are hardwired in their primal instincts, it takes over her better judgment. Not to mention, women are more emotional than logical. So don't expect much better judgment. So don't get pissed off. When you're dealing with a woman, you must always deal with women from the position of power. I will make a video about that. If you deal with women from a position of weakness, that is when you get burned. It's not because she's just being wicked. Her body, her mind, her feelings are telling her, look for greater security. And she just doesn't seem to see it in you. Either because you're beta, either because you softened up since you married her or fell in love with her, started dating her, or even just F-buddies. You fell in love with the poom-poom, you got whipped, and you became less masculine. You came out of your frame. You let the frame go. You got a structure of appearance, men. And you can never compromise your masculinity. And the minute you start doing that, she goes, you know what? This brother seems a little weak. So she goes and hook up with somebody else. And since we have a culture where men are not requiring women to come to them as virgins, believe me, the next dude will scoop her up. And when she notices it's bad for her, now she's just out here lost, used, and angry. Because women were never meant to be leading themselves. It's supposed to be their fathers and then their man, their husband, or the guy who's going to be with them. That is the order of things. So you understand why women are out here and so confused. A chick is not going to be loyal to you. Men are loyal. And let me define loyalty real quick. Loyalty is when you give your word and you believe it is your duty to stick by what you said through thick and thin, for better or worse. Yes, I know it sounds like a wedding going on, right? We see many times when men get into relationships with a fine, sexy, beautiful, a polite woman. But if she turns sour and gets nasty and put on some weight and she looks like a land whale, these men still stick by them for the most part because he believes it is his duty. He pledged to stick by her. He wants to be a man of his word. But have you ever heard of a woman of her word? Now, I do apologize if I'm speaking kind of fast because this video is a lot of information and I'm trying to condense it as quickly as I can. You have never heard of a woman of her word. You hear all the time, a man of his word. Read all the ancient texts. It's a man of his word. Rarely is it a woman of her word because her words are likely to change when her emotions change, when her feelings change, when her hypergamy kicks in. So if you're going to into a relationship expecting women to be pretty men, meaning she's mentally thinking like a man, but she is pretty like a woman, it is impossible. It's not going to happen. Understand her for what she is. She is a big kid. 1. Example, I have my video top 10 traits of a woman that every man or man needs to know. That will explain it in detail. But look at this. If you ever have a child or you've seen a child where the mother or the father is punishing that child, they tend to run to another adult to try to stop their parents from punishing them. Also, if the grandparent is around, they will go to the grandparent and say, look, mommy or daddy is beating me, spanking me, or putting me in timeout, and they're trying to tell on their parents in hopes that the grandparent will have enough authority to overrule their parents. Well, let's take the black woman for most of us brothers. Now that goes for white guys and Hispanic guys also, since you guys face very similar things. But as black men, it's been more of a problem in our community, right? When you, the man, the leader, the adult of the household, is putting your woman in her place, is disciplining your woman, she will attempt to go to the next adult to try to overpower you. In that case, it is the government, starting with your local governments, your cities, your towns. She'll call the police, get the courts involved, a restraining order, because like children, she will try to usurp your authority. She will try to go above your authority and find someone else to overrule you. She is a kid, and she's also a survivalist. So if she sees something better, she will go to something better. So you have 3 choices. Don't play the game. Go your own way. If you're a spiritual man and it's not working for you and you're going to go somewhere else and bring a woman over, understand the only way to keep, because a female nature is always around. That's when I tell people the no Walt idea. Not all women are like that. Yes, all women are like that when it comes to female nature. But culture, religion has different effects on women. A woman will keep her virginity because of her religion, because of her culture, because it's expected of her and she has no choice. So the feeling which dominates her mind is not the game that any man spits. It is the fear that she has. She has a fear that her father will be disappointed, that her husband will reject her, that society will shame her. So that feeling is stronger. She keeps the way which is correct, which is the way of her culture. So in that sense, yes, not all women are like that. But when it comes to female nature, all women practice hypergamy. She has no choice. It is a survival skill. All right. In my video, when I talk about hypergamy or hypergamy, however you pronounce it, I mentioned this. I'm not sure it's a bad thing. And this is why I was saying that. She's just trying to survive. If all hell breaks loose, we as men, we're going to rip the shirts off of our backs. We're going to go into the jungle. We're going to get wood. We're going to build homes. We're going to make fires. We're going to kill animals to eat. Because we're men, especially we're alpha males. We are the beasts. We don't play no games. Nothing is stopping us. We are strong. We are fast. We are logical. We are powerful. But she doesn't have any of that stuff. She's in trouble. So she's been hardwired to find someone strong to tag along with. And if you're showing weakness, if your frame is weakness, and she's put in a society where men will pick up other men's women because they don't care if she's a virgin or not, they don't care if she just birthed your baby or not, because I've seen guys holler at women with like 3-month-old babies. They're holding 3-month-old babies, and these simps are trying to holler at her. It's like, dude, her JJ haven't even healed yet. So why are you trying to holler at her? I mean, what are you trying to do? Pop the stitches? You know what I'm saying? That's another brother's chick. Even if he ain't with her, she ain't ready yet, man. The thirst is real out here. So when you bring her to this society, understand what might happen. So you need to get the 2 reasons why she will stay with you. And if you don't have those 2 reasons, don't do it. Number 1, she knows you have other options. You'll leave her and she ain't trying to be left because you're a real impact in her life. And she knows she may not be able to do any better, which is number 2. Right? Number 1, she knows you have other options. She ain't trying to take the L. Number two is she knows that she has no other options. There is nowhere she can go, which is why I tell you guys, when you bring them women over here, don't empower them to make them resemble the very women you ran from. Okay? I will have that video for you in details about the foreign woman if you're going to be dealing with her. Okay? So stay tuned. Understand those two things. I'm not trying to keep this video too long. I'm trying to make it quick. That's why I'm talking so fast. No music, no nothing. Just going to run through it. Right? So those two things are they matter, guys. Women will stick to you for those two reasons only. She, one, knows you have options. That's why guys who cheat, they women don't leave them. They cheating left and right, and she's still sticking there. Why? It's weird. But she don't want to take the L, and she knows he ain't missing nothing. He's in his frame. Now, I'm not saying go cheat. I'm just giving you an example. If you are in a relationship. Most of you guys ain't. I'm not myself. Okay? Now, if the other option is, like I said already, is if she knows she has no options. You either put her in a demographic where she's not attracted to those men. You find something that you do to make sure she knows that in her life, you are the cornerstone of strength. You need to embody power. Women respect power. That's why guys say women respect good looks. If you look good, that is because good looks is an indication of someone of power. People tend to kiss up to good-looking people. I'm a good-looking guy, and people kiss up to me all the time. I used to model. I say that many times. I'm way above 6 feet. I'm taller than, well, I'm about what? I'm taller than 6'4". Okay? I'm a tall dude, you know? So naturally people kiss up to me. They have given me jobs because of how I look. I've gotten cushion jobs because of how I look. People trust me and think that I'm a good person just because of how I look. She understands that. Men mention money. Money can get stuff and status. So of course she want to hook up with you. Women respect power. She hook up with the thug because the thug has power on the block. Pookie and Ray Ray got power. He runs that block. Nobody mess with Pookie and Ray Ray. And John, and whatever you guys want to call him. Because he got power. Women respect strength because they lack it. It is a survival technique. So in her life, you need to be strength. You need to be God on earth. Lowercase g, no blasphemy. Understand what I'm saying? Two things. She knows you have options. And number two, she knows she don't have any other options. Preferably, you present both and hold both. I could break it down in more details in another video. I don't want to hold this one too long. You brothers know I love you. I do this for you. Ain't asking for money. Just drop by, get the knowledge. Hey, spit back at me some of your knowledge in the comment section. I'm always willing to learn from my brothers also. And I'm always pushing for the red pill man to do better. Stay alpha, stay strong, stay smart, keep making your money, and stay blessed. This is your boy, Mr. Limber. I'm out. Peace.